Terry and Char leaned back on their short lounge chairs and sipped the milk directly from freshly cut coconuts. Terry had hacked them open expertly with a small machete. It had taken years of practice, but he had it down. Char had figured it out within a week of their move to Jamaica. Having seen that Hawaii was lacking any infrastructure and had reverted to the Stone Age, they decided not to move there. Life would have been a constant struggle. So they chose the Caribbean. That was over 50 years ago. The comm device buzzed, surprising Terry. Hardly anyone called anymore. It was usually he or Char who made the call to their family, just like it had been since the phone was invented.
"Cordelia, so nice of you to call,"
Terry said sarcastically, until he saw Sharamati's scowl, which straightened him out.
"How are you?"
"Have you two had enough sun and fun yet?" Corey asked.
"I'm not sure it's possible to get too much of either."
Terry winked at his wife. Char smiled back and rolled her finger, wondering what was on Corey's mind.
"Out with it. Why'd you call?"
"I can't call my parents for no reason at all besides my undying love?" Terry thought about it for a millisecond.
"No, but I'm glad you called, whatever your reason."
"Sarah, Jennifer, and Sylvia need training. Our quarterly visits simply are not enough to get them where they want to be. The others miss you too." Corey sounded like she was pleading. Terry waited, letting silence draw the words from his daughter. "It's time you came home," Corey finally said.
"This is home. We've lived here longer than anywhere we've ever lived before. It only took 50 years, but nobody messes with us when we stroll through Kingston Town."
"You know what I mean, Dad," Corey said softly. Not a rebuke, but a loving daughter trying to make her point with a recalcitrant parent. "Home to us. Home to the pack. You know that they've all come back. They would have been exposed for what they were had they stayed longer. Exposed the unknown world. We can't have that. And they need their alpha. Please, come home." Terry looked at Char. She smiled slowly, purple eyes sparkling. Her magnificent body was toned from the daily workouts and well-tanned from the daily sunning. Her hands hard from the fishing that they did to relax from their full days of relaxation. Her mind sharp as ever from the management of trade coming through the Panama Canal. For the past 40 years, the ships had been coming intermittently for a long time, but the past 10 years had been a breakout. The Jamaican Export Bureau, which Terry and Char had been instrumental in building, managed the exports. It was more than just raw materials. It was manufactured goods, too. Kingston and all of Jamaica was back on the map, and a powerhouse to boot. Terry and Char stayed because they expected Forsaken to appear, but they never did. Jamaicans worked in Jamaica, and they worked for themselves. Char nodded.
"Okay, sweetheart. Send a pod for us, and a second pod that we'll fill with all the shoes your mother has bought over the years,"
Terry said. "We better tell the Bureau," Char said, standing and putting her hands on her hips. "And I don't have that many pairs of shoes." WWDE plus 133. San Francisco. Hangars had been built on Treasure Island to protect the pods from the harsh bay weather. 7 pods were secured inside while the 8th pod landed, carrying its executive cargo. A large group of people, young and old, waited on the old tarmac. There wasn't a formation, only a mob anxious to see the wayward travelers return. 50 years was a long time to be away. Terry had to do it for his own health. It had taken a long time to still the fires that burned within, the consuming rage that drove him to the edge and then wore him down. The blow struck in Paris had driven the surviving Forsaken deep underground. Akio knew that some survived, but those Forsaken had disappeared and hadn't been heard from since.